placement is invaluable, so we kind of use that as well to determine at the early stage. So once we've determined who's actually going to be taking part in Lexia, once placement has been done, then that enables us to have a look and see exactly what we're dealing with. As well, then the reports enable us at the end of every week to kind of have a look and see who needs a little bit more help from the students' aspect, because quite often they're interested to know exactly, well, how am I doing and where am I? So it focuses them, and quite often it's really valuable to show them. But parents as well, obviously parents are quite interested sometimes when they're told that their child is going to be taking part in Lexia. So it's to reassure and also to give them confidence that as a school we're doing 100% what we can for their individual child. So to give them a little bit of information about the data and what Lexia is showing us and the progress, it kind of really helps us to have that relationship with the parent, that it's a team that we're working for the best interest of the student as well.
What we found, and we learned this over, I think, the last 6 years really, it took us probably 3 years to get Lexia to a point where it was really impactful. It could have happened sooner. The bottom line is, I would make sure your student selection is based on rigorous data. Getting your student selection right is key. For any school leadership out there saying, we're thinking about Lexia, I would strongly recommend that you do, if you like, take the hit, invest financially in staffing and protecting the time, because the returns are really well worth it.
I would advise to really familiarise yourself with the reports and what they can do.
And that does take time as well. Lexia are very good with offering training support. Sometimes it's difficult for schools to say, we're going to protect that time for people and then give them time to learn. But if you can front load it, it pays huge dividends, yeah.
You know, from an individual student point of view, they do enjoy, the year sevens are enjoying it. Quite often, to be honest, it depends on which lesson they're missing as to the extent of their enjoyment. Quite often they are excited to come to Lexia and they're enjoying taking part. So, you know, that's all we can take away from it, as I say, until I think then there's that gap until they reach their later years and realise the impact, as I say. So, yeah, it's it depends on where they are in their Lexia journey, really. I suppose the only thing that really helped us last year and that we're hoping to go forwards, which we hadn't with previous years, is the relationship with the SEN department. Because there is that kind of crossover sometimes between the students who have the lower reading ages and having SEN needs. Myself and the SEN department have worked a lot closely to actually identify the appropriate students and kind of make sure that we work together to get the best out of those students as well. Lexia has really enabled us to kind of cement that relationship between kind of looking at the pure literacy needs and the SEN needs of certain students. That's why it's been successful for us as well.